So today, interesting, we want to learn about creating safety patrols or creating a system of defense, making sure that the community is safe, like they have in Bor Park. I think they have also here around here. It's called Shomrim. If you ever see any crime that's being done, the surveillance is unbelievable. They get the criminals within no time, and they mamash few steps ahead. They call the police, and police arrest the person. It's interesting. Also, we'll deal with the idea of establishing the Iron Dome. Where do we have such an idea in the Torah, in the Halacha, or today they have already the Iron Dome, the laser, David Sling. Where do we find all these things? So we have a Gemara. We'll see a few sources, but we have a Gemara. In actually it's a Mishnah in Baba Batra Daf Zayin Amud Bet. It says over there, "Kofim oto livnot le'ir choma udlatayim uvariach," which means the Gemara, the Mishnah deals over there with the obligation of a tenant or a citizen. You live in a city or in a village. What are your obligations to the public? So you have to participate. You have to pay your fair share of building a wall for safety from the enemies. Dlatayim, which means there's got to be over there a gate that you can lock it. Ubariach, there's a lock to the gate. It needs to be completely safe. And everybody have to participate. Now when I say everybody, the Gemara gives an exception. It comes down to halacha, except Talmidei Chachamim. Why is that? Talmidei Chachamim have to join in the expense with everything else. What's the difference with the Choma, the safety? The Gemara says that the Talmidei Chachamim enam tzichim netiruta. They don't need protection. Why? The Torah protects them. HaKadosh Baruch Hu protects them. That's interesting. But whatever it is, the Gemara deals with that. But everybody else, even yatomim, even orphans, must participate in paying for building safety wall, a gate, and we'll see that also the Gemara mentions that they'll have to pay a guard to make sure that the place is fully safe. Okay? The Gemara over there deals with cities that are not on the border. It's more inner, and therefore the chashash, the fear that the enemy will come, is a little bit less. Just like we saw that when they came in to the villages and to the kibbutzim, it was on the border, inside close to the inner parts of Israel. It was harder to get, even though they got to places like Ofakim, which is a little bit more inside, but still. It's not far from the border. So the Gemara says over there, "Lo kol ayarot reuyot lechoma." Not every city requires a wall. אלא עיר הסמוכה לספר ראויה לחומה. עיר שאינה סמוכה לספר אינה ראויה לחומה. Which means only cities that are close to the border, you must build over there a protecting wall. Rabbanan argues, that's an opinion, there's two opinions over there. The Rabbanan argues and says, Zimnin, sometimes Miku ve'atigaisa, sometimes the enemy could reach, as we saw, it could be that the protection is not very strong, and they're able to reach in. Okay, so the Gemara over there, in Baba Batra, over there, Daf Zayin Amud Bet, deals with few cases. Akol le'ag gafa, afilu miatmi, which means the gates, you want to build a gate, the gates, everybody must participate. There got to be a strong gate that you can't break in. Afilu miatmi, even orphans must participate in building it, in the expense. The Gemara says over there, Akol le'ag legafa afilu miatmi, not only that, leshura, leparsha, uletarzina afilu miatmi. What does it mean? Parsha means a parash, which means a horseman. You have the horseman. Rashi explained that he surrounds the city or the village. It keeps on patrols. You have patrols like you have over here in some neighborhoods. You have cars that are slowly patrolling the neighborhood. Everybody have to share with the expense. Tarzina, what does it mean? Shomer klei zayin shel bnei ha'ir, which means they used to put the weapon in a certain storage house, and you would have over there a guard making sure that it is safe. Nobody breaks into it. Okay? This is something what we found in various places in the Gemara. Like for instance, the Gemara in Sukkah Kavav Amud Aleph says that Shomrei Ha'ir pturim min ha'sukkah. Shomrei Ha'ir in the day, they patur min ha'sukkah in the day. If they're not shomer, they're not protecting the city, they're not on duty at night, then they're chayav in the sukkah at night. If they're guarding the city at night and not in the day, so they patur in the sukkah at night and they're chayav in the day. Why? They're asuk in a mitzvah. A person that's asuk in a mitzvah, protecting the city is a mitzvah and it's an obligation, and everybody must participate in that. And you have to either be part of the patrols and part of the shoimrim group or whatever it is. Also in Eretz Yisrael, either you're in part of the army or you have to help out in other means. Again, I'm just mentioning. I don't want to go into politics over there, but the Gemara does emphasizes over and over again. It's like 2 pages of Gemara in the same place that says that Talmidei Chachamim are patur. Why? The Torah is actually protecting the Talmidei Chachamim, and it's the strongest protection. The Gemara in Bava Metzia Tzadik Gimel Amud Bet also mentions that there would be such a thing called Chazanei Mata. What does it mean, Chazanei Mata? Rashi says Shomrei Ha'ir Balayla. That and Rashi explains Kol smach anshe ha'ir alehem lishmor alehem umamonam. The 2 things that those guards are protecting. They're protecting the people from harm, and they're protecting their possessions. It also needs protection. It's something that you have to make sure that it's guarded and it's protected, and you have people that were appointed for that. And therefore, again, everybody must be part of this duty. Whether it is you go and do it yourself, as they had over here. I mentioned that in the past, in the riots of the BLM, there was a group of Jewish people that were going around and protecting the community. It was a great thing. Some of them got really hurt. They got into fights and they got hurt. But it was a great thing. In the time, long time ago, the Rav Kahana Hashem Yikon Damo created the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, that was also protecting Jews from anti-Semitism, and the country didn't like it. They considered it a terrorist group. That's what it is. Rav Kahana was always considered something very, very negative. Today already, is everybody, not everybody, but many that was opposed to him know that today Kahana Tzadak, Meir Kahana Tzadak. That's what they say today. Okay. In the Gemara, in Bava Metzia, Pei Gimel Amud Bet, the Gemara deals over there. It's so interesting. The Gemara says over there that Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Shimon, he had a job to catch thieves. Now, who are we talking about? Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his son Rabbi Eliezer. Rabbi Eliezer. It's not a minor person. Rabbi Eliezer, the people that were sitting in the Me'ara and learning Kabbalah and learning Sodot HaTorah. What was his job, says the Gemara? What did he do? What was his role? He used to, at night, his role was to catch thieves. And the Gemara brings over there that it was rebuked. One of the Chachamim told him that Chala bar Chamra, you are spoiled, you're doing something negative, you shouldn't be catching thieves, it's wrong, leave the thieves alone, it's not your role to catch them and hand them over to the government, let them be punished. So he said, no, Kotzimani mechalem min hakerem, you got it wrong. I take away the thorns from the vineyard. So he answered him, no, let the owner of the vineyard. Let the owner of the vineyard, which means HaKadosh Baruch Hu, let him deal with it. It's not your problem, not your role. But that was wrong. You see from here how important it is. His job was to catch thieves. He had a whole mechanism. He said if somebody was very, very tired in the morning, he had suspicion. Because why are you so tired in the morning? What happened? You didn't drink your coffee? or maybe you were just awake the whole night. Night was a time that full darkness, like today you have street lights. It was completely dark, and you'll be able to do a lot of things that you could. At night, in those times, the night would turn into a totally different place than the day. Day would be a hectic city. Everybody's running, coming, going, merchants. Once it gets dark, it would be very, very scary. People would stay in their homes with the little lamp that they had over there, would not dare coming out of their house. It would be very, very dangerous to go out at night. There would be all type of robbers and killers and also animals. So we say that in the Mizmor, that the night is very dangerous. מזמור in תהילים. שרת חושך ויהי לילה, אז יצאו חיות יער. That's the Gemara over there is דורש also that העולם הזה is דומה ללילה and so on. Okay, so we see that there is an obligation that one must make sure that the city is protected in any possible way. And that's why it says in Sanhedrin, Daf Zayin, it says over there that one is not allowed to live in a city, that it says over there Talmidei Chachamim, but there's other Leshonot in the Poskim, that one is not allowed to live in a city that there's no Beit Din Makim ve'Onshin. If you don't have rules, if you don't have law, then you're not allowed to live in that city. Law is very, very important. You have to have shoftim v'shotrim. This is how the Rambam also posek. Is mitzvah min haTorah. Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha b'chol she'arecha. Mitzvah min haTorah. What does the Rambam say in Perek Aleph de Sanhedrin? I'm quoting. Mitzvah taseh shel Torah. Limnot shoftim v'shotrim. You have to appoint judges and policemen. בכל מדינה ומדינה, in every city, in every country, ובכל פלח ופלח, שנאמר שוטרים ושוטרים תיתן לך בכל שעריך. What does it mean בכל שעריך? The Radbaz says not only in Eretz Israel, but also in חוץ לארץ. If you live in New York, you must have a system of police or government that protects the city. And that's what it says in Avot, that it's so important that Rabbi Chanina, סגן הכהנים, said, הווה מתפלל בשלומה של מלכות, שאלמלא מוראה, איש את חייהו חיים בלעו. What does that mean? You have to pray for the Malchut, that otherwise people would kill each other. It would be a chaos. But the Tiferet Israel over there says something unbelievable. It says like this, what's the Lashon? איש את רעהו חיים בלעו. Without the government, without police, ish et re'ehu chayim v'lo. What does it mean ish? Ish means that even though he's a respectful person, ish is always in the Torah. Anashim means a protective person. Ishi kohen gadol, always somebody who's very chashuv. And still, although he's very chashuv, if he would have the chance that the government would not protect the weak, he would completely swallow him. Ish et re'ehu chayim belao. Now, what does it mean et re'ehu? Not only that the offender is ish chashuv, but even though the victim is re'ehu, he's a friend, he's a good friend, he's your buddy, you hang out with him, you're very close to him. Still, at the time that there's no protection from the government, it would be ish et re'ehu, as you see it in the Arab villages in Israel. People kill each other. It could be a family, it could be best friend. One day it turns on you. Ish et re'ehu, even though he's your best friend, he's very buddy with you, nothing would protect you if there's no government. What does it mean? Ish re'ehu chayim belao. What does it mean chayim? Chayim means he would swallow you alive, which means not kill you and then swallow you. He doesn't care if you're alive or not alive, although you'll be tortured. Like you see, sometimes people bury people alive. They don't even bother to kill them first. The Gemara in Bava Kama says that the lion is the king of the animals. He doesn't wait to kill the prey, but rather he eats him alive like this. Why? He's not scared of him, the Rosh explains. Ari dores ve'ochel. The Rosh explains over there, he's the king of the animals. He's not afraid of anything. He right away gets to his meal. So that's ish et re'ehu chayim, live. Bela'o means without even chewing, just swallowing, right? Without even having any benefit, enjoyment. Usually when you chew on something, you feel the taste, you enjoy it, but when you swallow something, or you swallow a pill, you don't feel anything. That's why you swallow a pill. So all that would happen even if there would not be the protection of the government, of the police. But we learn from here that it's very, very important that we should have a system that protects us.